Hi everyone, welcome to English with Shams. We speak fluent English naturally. We have designed an English course 30 days English speaking challenge. In this course, important aspects of English language like grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, and communication are explained in detail with examples. This is day 5, topic present simple tense. In this video, you will learn about present simple tense, also known as present indefinite tense in English.
In this session, we will be discussing about present tense. As in our last session, we started our new topic, types of tenses. And here we discussed about forms of tenses, and in each form, different types of sentences, like affirmative. So first of all, three forms of tenses like present tense, past tense, and future tense. Again, in these, we have different forms like indefinite, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. And again, in this one, we have different types of sentences like affirmative, negative, simple question, and WH question. So here, yes, so present tense. So present tense denotes an action in the present time or a habitual truth, a historical truth, or an eternal truth. So this is present indefinite tense we discussed yesterday. So just let me summarize what we discussed about present simple tense. So here in present simple tense, the first form of verb is used, and E or ES is added. E or ES is added to the verb for third person. So this is the rule which we need to understand. And the syntax, first subject, then verb. And the verb is first form. And with some examples we discuss. Now we are discussing about, that was affirmative. Affirmative means a positive sentence, or affirmative means a positive sentence or a general sentence. Then we have negative. So how we can add no in that form? So in this case, the syntax is subject plus a helping verb plus not not word plus verb first form. So if we look at the syntax of affirmative, it is syntax of affirmative is just subject plus verb. So this is the syntax of affirmative sentence. And that's why we see here subject plus verb in the first form, and then the remaining, like in the subject, then in predicate, we have verb, object, adverb, modifier, and all. But in case of negative sentence, here subject, first subject, then helping verb, then not word, then verb, and and the first form of verb, that is base form. And if you look at the verb form, verb is present form, that is first form, yes or es with helping verb. This time, yes or es is coming with helping verb, not with verb. Okay, for third person singular. Again, for third person singular. Word not is placed between helping verb and verb, full stop at the end of the sentence. So this is the verb form and the rule. Now look at, so here in affirmative, these were the sentences like I go to office every morning. And similarly, we go to office every morning. And for third person singular, like John goes to office every morning, or she goes to office every morning. So how to make this this into negative sentence? Now look at with these rules and syntax. Like For first person singular I, so here we add I, I do not go to office every morning. So here you see helping verb do is added and another new word not is added. So if you remove this do not, it becomes I go to office every morning. So it becomes assertive. And in assertive, if we add helping verb and not, then it becomes negative. So as you can see, I do not go to office every morning. Similarly, we do not go to office every morning. And for second person singular, you do not go to office every morning. But in case of third person singular, like pronoun or noun, if we are using, then John does not go to office every morning. So what additional we see that for third person singular, es is added to the helping verb. So this is the helping verb which is used in simple present simple tense for negative sentence, and es is added to this. So John does not go to office every morning. Similarly, Sonia is also she. Instead of she, we are using her name. Sonia does not go to office every morning. Similarly, it does not go to forest every morning. Then third person's plural, John and Sonia do not go to office every morning. So from here, you can say that yes or es with the helping verb for third person singular. So there is no change in verb, but there is a change in helping verb. Only for third person singular, s or es. So in this case, es is added and the verb form remains first form of the verb and the remaining is as it is. So if the affirmative, then it is I go to office every morning, and negative, I do not go to office every morning with some changes. So if we look at sentences, I do not pray every day. This is a negative sentence. You do not drive a car, right? We do not go to office daily. Yes, any question? Yeah, okay. All right. So we do not go to office daily. Then Virat and I do not drink juice. So instead of using noun Virat and pronoun I can also directly use we do not drink juice. Okay. Boys and girls do not take tea or coffee. Instead of using the noun boys and girls, we can use the third person plural. They do not take tea or coffee. Similarly, we do not take breakfast at 9 p.m. So it should be breakfast is at 9 a.m. So we do not take or have. One of these word is used. So let me correct this sentence because it will be, nobody is going to take breakfast at 9 p.m. Right? So dinner is a dinner time. So it will be incorrect if we say like this. So let me correct this sentence. So here, yeah, similarly, let me put full stop here as well because it should end with full stop. So in order to make our sentences grammatically correct, we need to take care of all parts of the speech, punctuations, and all. Okay. With this, right, I do, here also, right? So these are the sentences I shall do. I am going, so it becomes affirmative. I have done. So I'm just putting the punctuation, missing punctuations or symbol. So right after this one, I think we are correcting. Yeah. Present tense in this one. Yes, here also it should be am. Here and in negative also it should be am. So what I can do is, okay, so it is corrected. So wherever feasible, we will correct. This is one thing, and here also I will breakfast am. So I can use Control F to replace. That is also possible, but I need to make sure that it is replaced at the right time or right place. So that's why I'm not using Control F and replace that one. So let me correct another one. Okay, now I think this is corrected. Let's save this as PDF. So one document is already open. Close this, and here on the desktop, let's put as PDF. All right, now it is corrected. I will later on. I will share the updated document, updated book of this business English. Yes. So we are talking about negative sentence. Negative. This one, right? So example: we do not take breakfast at 9 a.m. or instead of take, have is also used as a verb for eating. So we do not have breakfast at 9 a.m. So look at now. Virat Kohli does not play cricket confidently because this is a third person singular. That's why es is added to the helping verb, and not, of course, not is also included. So Kareena Kapoor does not act naturally. So in yesterday we have seen this affirmative sentences. In the affirmative, so the same example in this with the same sentence, with the same scenario, or in the same sentence, I have just added not with helping verb, so it becomes negative here. So then we have tiger does not attack other animals of forest. India does not help other, okay, it should also be other countries. So Tata and Reliance do not invest carefully. You don't eat veg and non-veg. So this is how present indefinite negative sentence is. So this is how the is used. So we are discussing present indefinite, and then this is negative sentence. Now we will have some examples. So let's keep this one and go to this word file. Now, what we will do is, instead of verb, go is used, right? So I will use the verb write. So this is the verb write which is used. Now, by using the verb write, let's make all these sentences. Just instead of go, we are using the verb write. Right, okay. So now, yes, anyone would like to give some examples by using the word, and make sure you are explaining, like for first person singular I, or what should be the sentence. For first person singular, for first person plural we, what should be the sentence, like this. Okay, so let's do one thing. I will keep here, you can refer and just use the verb write. Now you need to tell. Anyone would like to take initiative?
I will go to gym.
Here actually we are taking the verb write. So please make use of this verb write and then
I
make a
do
sentence.
not write.
Yes. So here, yes, perfect. I do not write.
Right.
Okay, then let's say I do not write, and then we will add I do not write a book.
Book.
Okay,
Right.
right. So let's say this one. Now, right. Next, use we.
We do not. We do
Uh,
not write book.
we
A
do
book.
not write a book.
Yeah.
Book. Next,
You do not write a book.
you do not write a book. Next,
John does not write a book.
and another. So second person plural is also
Yes.
you. You do not write a book. Yes. Now, third person singular.
John. John does not write a book.
Perfect. Because this is a third person singular.
Singular.
So for a negative, we add yes or yes. So verb is the helping verb is do, and we are adding yes to it. So does not write a book. Then
Sonia does not write a book.
Sonia does not write a book. Next. So
It
it
does not.
okay. No, it because you know it's animal or non-living thing. So leave it. So go to John and Sonia.
Yeah.
Hmm.
John and Sonia does not write a book. Or instead
John
of we.
yeah, John and Sonia do not, because for third
Right.
person plural it is only s or es is not added. So John and Sonia do not write a book. So as you can see, Mr. Sabi has made these sentences by using the noun. Now I want another volunteer to make these sentences using pronoun. Like he has used the noun John, Sonia, and here. So instead of noun, what we can use? So let's any other volunteer who would like to again work on this with only pronouns. So what about this sentence? Instead of John, what will be the pronoun? Anyone?
He does
He.
not write a
Yeah. So he instead of John, I can say here, this sentence can also be written. So instead of naming this person using noun, we can use say he does not write a book. Right. So similarly for Sonia,
he does not.
He does not write.
perfect. She does not write a book. Then what about here?
They.
They
We.
does
Okay.
not write a book. All right. So this is how we need to make negative sentences in simple present tense. Okay. Now, yes. So please mute if you're not speaking. All right.
Sir,
Yes, Majid. Yes. Yeah, Majid. Unmute yourself and ask. Okay. Yes.
okay, sir. Is it correct? They does not.
Uh-huh.
The last third one. Yes,
Okay.
they does not write a book.
Sorry, no, it is incorrect. So because it
Okay,
should yes or yes should come only with first person singular. So by mistake I added yes. Thank you very much for correcting me. Okay.
Thank
So
you,
this
sir.
is how it works. Right. Now this is about negative. Now sometime we also need to ask question. That question may be simple question or WH question. So now we are discussing about simple question, how to ask simple question. Okay. So in present indefinite. So we are still in present indefinite. Okay. So this is what you need to understand. Okay. So here, so in simple present tense, how to make simple question. So for this, the syntax is helping verb, then subject, then verb. So you might have seen in negative as well as in assertive, subject was coming first. then helping verb, then not, and then verb was coming, right? Subject was coming in affirmative, subject plus verb. In negative, subject plus helping verb plus not plus verb. And then if we talk about simple question, so the simple question sentence, it starts with helping verb, then subject, then verb. Okay, this is how it works. And verb form, simple this present form of the verb, helping verb, that is also called as auxiliary verb, like do, have, be, and other models are helping verb, and those we will be using as and when required, right? So helping verb is used before subject, yes or es with helping verb for third person singular, question mark at the end of the sentence, word not placed between helping verb and subject for negative question. Okay, is for negative question, not is placed between. Okay, if it is a positive question or general question, not is not word is not used. If it is a negative question or then only not is used. Now example, first person singular. You see the simple question, do I go to the office every morning? So this is a simple question. It is a simple question. So what type of sentence it is? Interrogative sentence, where the question is asked. Do I go to office every morning? Do we go to office every morning? Do you go to office every morning? Do you go to office every morning? Does John go to office every morning? Does Sonia go to office every morning? And similarly, does it go to forest every morning? Do John and Sonia go to office every morning? So in simple question sentence, helping verb is used first. You see, helping verb plus subject, then verb, and then the remaining part of the word or sentence. So helping verb, subject, verb, and then the remaining words. Okay, so this is the syntax. And if we look at some examples, like in the affirmative sentence, it was I pray every day. And in the negative, I do not pray every day. But here in simple question, do I pray every day? Similarly, if you talk about this one, so in the affirmative, it was Virat Kohli plays cricket confidently. In the negative, it was Virat Kohli does not play cricket confidently. But here in simple question, does Virat Kohli play cricket confidently? So you can see the helping verb with es is coming. Then we have subject, then verb, and the remaining words of the sentence. So this is how a simple question is. Uh, this is the correct way of asking simple question in present indefinite. Okay, so like, do you drive a car? The affirmative was you drive a car. Negative was you do not drive a car. Simple question is, do you drive a car? Right. Similarly, do we go to office daily? Do Virat and I drink juice? Do boys and girls take tea or coffee? Do we take or have breakfast at 9 a.m.? Don't you? Okay, so if we are adding, negative in it, then after helping verb, not is used. Do you not? Don't you go? All right. If we are adding negative, so not is added after the helping verb. Do not you go? Right. So similarly, does not he write, as not is added. If it is not if you don't want to add negative, then not is not used. So do you eat veg and non-veg both? Okay, so now we will make sentence again. So here what we have seen, if I put the same thing, by using. So first of all, we have it is in present in indefinite tense. Present tense, in present tense, it is indefinite. Oh, right? Or it is called as simple as. In this one, what we are doing, first of all, affirmative. If we talk about affirmative sentences here, affirmative. So which is a simple question, simple sentence. So in affirmative, let me bold this one. And here we are discussing, sorry, bold, and then just change color so that we can easily identify and increase the font size. So we are discussing present tense, and in present it is indefinite. In indefinite, we are discussing about affirmative, and then we have negative. Negative. So here this is negative. So in affirmative, so you see, let me copy this one. Right. So in affirmative, it is I write a book. We don't write a book. You don't write a book. You don't write a book. John, here, John writes a book. Similarly, Sonia writes a book. And then John and Sonia write a book. And if we correct this one, instead of noun, if we are using pronoun, then he writes a book. She writes a book. And then they do not write a book. Right? Now things are clear. So we have, this is affirmative, negative. Now we are talking about simple question. So in simple question, what we do, we just first comes the helping verb. So helping verb meaning if we, right, so here not is your not, if it is not negative, not is not used, then this I will come after helping verb. Do I write a book? Then similarly, if it is not required, then here do we, sorry, do we write a book? Right? Similarly, this will be, let me correct this one. So because it is starting with, and in the start of the sentence, we use the capital letter. Right? And then we have, do you write a book? Right? And then here, do you write a book? Then does John write a book? And here, does he write a book? Does he write a book? Then John after John. So here, delete this one. Then we say, does Sonia write a book? Then here it will be like, does she write a book? Then here, do John and Sonia write a book? And here, do they write a book. Can you see the difference between this one? Affirmative, this is the syntax. Where in affirmative, if you look at the syntax, it is subject plus verb and the first form of verb. But in negative, here we have subject plus helping verb plus not word, then plus verb. And here in negative, in this is simple question, right? Not negative. In simple question, it is helping verb, right? This is helping verb or auxiliary verb, another synonym which is with helping verb plus subject plus verb and the remaining words. Look at the sequence of how these words are arranged. This is about simple question. And if I want to add not in this this one, then what we need to do is let me put in this way. For negative not, if I want to add, then it will be like I if only not is added. Do not I write a book. Do not we write a book. Do not you write a book. Just add not. Right after the helping verb not is added. Do not they go to write a book. Okay. No. Got the clarity? The difference between affirmative. This is the syntax of affirmative sentence. This is the syntax of negative sentence. This is the syntax of simple question. This is the rule which we need to follow while making sentence. Okay. Yes. All right. Now let's test. Let's do the testing. So this time what I will do is let's use a verb. In the book is there, go we use then eat. Let's take verb eat and make a simple question. Right? Anyone? Use the verb.
Do I eat?
Yes. So do I eat? No. Do I eat veg? For vegetable, for
Yes.
example, just let's add some more words in this one. Do I eat vegetable? Vegetable, yes, it is right. So question mark. You see here, since it is a simple question, so it must end with question mark. Then only it becomes then only it becomes grammatically correct. It should be end with question mark. So this we need to make sure we put right punctuation. So here also question mark, because it is interrogative sentence like this question mark. If we don't put question mark, this then it will become grammatically incorrect. Yes. Do I eat vegetable? Yes. Next sentence. Yeah. Next sentence. Using eat verb. Yes. Do we eat vegetable? Okay. Then next. Do you eat vegetable? Do you eat vegetable? Okay, vegetable it is. Then again, you is also there. That is also. Do you eat vegetable? Then next,
Does John
Does
eat
John eat vegetable?
yeah. Does
John
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 eat vegetable?
eat vegetable? Vegetable question. Then
Does Sonia
again,
eat?
does Sonia?
Does Sonia eat vegetable?
Yes, does Sonia eat vegetable? Vegetable. Then does let's say does tiger eat vegetable? Right. Then does do Sonia and John and Sonia eat vegetable? Does do John and Sonia eat? This is eat, not here. Eat vegetable. Vegetable. And if you would like to add not, then just right after do, we need to right after the helping verb, we need to add not. So it becomes like, for example, does not John eat vegetable, like this? It becomes okay. So this is how the simple question is. This is the syntax for simple question. Okay. Now, in the present indefinite tense itself, we have affirmative, negative, simple question. Now we have WH question. This is simple question. Now the WH question is, okay. Now go to WH question. How to make WH question? WH question means the question in which we have the word which starts with WH or W, right? When are you going? Where are you going? Who are you? You know, like this, which starts with WH. Such questions are called as WH question. And the syntax is WH question, then helping verb, then subject and verb. So in simple question, what is the syntax? It is helping verb, subject and verb. In WH question, we have WH question, then helping verb, then subject and verb. So we can say that in simple question, if we add WH question, then it becomes WH question. Okay. Now, so and the form, first form of the verb is used. Of course, yes or yes with the helping verb of the third person. Question mark at the end of the sentence. Word not is placed between helping verb and subject for the negative question. WH question or the word is an interrogative pronoun like what, where, why, when, who, whom, how. So all these are called as interrogative pronouns, and which makes the WH question. For example, singular. Now you see the sentence is starting with a word where, which is a WH question, then helping verb, subject and verb. Where do I go? Where do we go? Where do you go? Where do you go? And then third person singular, you see the changes. Where does John go? Where does Sonia go? Where does it go? Where do John and Sonia go? Okay, so let's look at some other examples. What do I do every day? What do you drive? Do you drive a truck or car or bus, whatever? What do you drive? Okay. Then where do we go daily? What do Virat Kohli and I drink? Or what do we drink instead of Virat Kohli and I? What do boys and girls take? When do we take or have breakfast? Why do not you go? Right? How does Virat Kohli play cricket? How does Karina Kapoor act? To whom does tiger attack in the forest? What does India do to other countries? How do Tata and Reliance invest? Do you eat? What do you eat? Then why does not write? So you can see that this, yeah. So now we will make sentence and then we will have more clarity. Let's keep this one. Okay, so let me put in this way. Let's add a table so that we can easily compare. In this table, first, yeah, so we will have affirmative, it is a subject, and here these are the sentences in affirmative. Okay, and here this side we have negative sentences. For comparison, okay, then what I will do is this simple question. Let's put here with this heading. This is the simple question. And if we want to add not to it, you can add not to it. This is with not. Simple question with not. Now, what we will do is, yes. So this time is WH question. WH question. And here the syntax is WH question plus helping verb plus subject, right? And verb, all that format we have. Okay. So what we can do is, let's now make a sentence, make sentences. Okay. So yes, anyone now what? Let's make a sentence. This WH sentence with the same verb right, because everywhere here in this example we have used the word right, verb right. Now by using the verb right, let's make a sentence. Any volunteer? Meanwhile, I will format this table. Yes, go ahead. Whoever want to, because in this way you will learn. If you don't speak, then you cannot improve your communication, right? So this training is all about improving communication. If you speak, if you learn, then only you will improve your communication. Otherwise, it will be like other trainings. That's why people, they attend so many English trainings, they watch so many things, but they don't become fluent in English speaking because they don't practice. So practice is very important after learning. Now, anyone who would like to make sentence where okay, so here, yes.
Where do I play?
Can you please repeat?
Where
So
do I play?
what we will do, we will use a suitable WH question for right. Okay, so like what when I'm giving one example, it should be like,
What he write in a book?
yes, what do I write a book? What do I write? What do I write? Of course, question. What do I write? So you see WH question first, then helping verb, then subject, then verb. Then okay, so this next sentence. Next sentence, please. So we will be using
What
the
do
yeah,
we
we
write?
will, yes. So we will be using the WH question what and the verb write. By using these two words, we will be making sentence. Yes, what is next?
What do we write?
What do we write? So what? So the book will not come here. What do we write? It is. What do we write? Next.
What you
What do
What
you? What do
do
you
you
write?
write?
Next. What do you write? Next. Now.
What does
Perfect. What does John
John
write?
write?
Next.
What does
Sonia write?
What does Sonia write? Then, because for animals or non-living things, we cannot use the word write. So just directly jump to, yeah. What do
What do they write?
John? What do? Yeah, you can use they also. What do John and Sonia write? Instead of John and Sonia, we can use the helping verb they. Okay. Now, if I want to add not to it, what will be the sentence? Here it is with not.
But do not.
I write?
What do? So here, here the correct one was is right. Why don't not? Why don't I write? Okay. Then, why
Do we write?
don't we write? Then similarly here, why don't you write? Then here also, why don't you write or do not you write? Similarly, this is also simple, the WH question, right? Why does not John write? Similarly here, why does not Sonia write? And then finally, why do why don't why do not John and Sonia write? Now you see here, in simple present tense, we have affirmative sentence, negative sentence, simple question, and WH question. Simple question without not, simple question with not. Similarly, WH question without not and with not. Now, so you see here, the question WH question, do I write? Then the answer to this one we get in affirmative sentence or negative sentence. All right. Do I write? Yes, I write a book. Okay. Do we? What do we? Yeah. What do I write? I do. I write a book. What do we write? We write a book. What do you write? You write a book. Right. What does John write? John writes a book or he writes a book. You see, the question is here, answer is here. Answer is affirmative. Okay. And then similarly, we have what does Sonia write? Sonia writes a book or she writes a book. What do John and Sonia write? John and Sonia write a book or they write a book. Okay. They write a book. So here, I'll just give me a minute. Okay. Okay. So in this case, all right. So now this is the question. Then we have the answer. If this is the question, right? Do, for example, do you write a book? Then answer will be like yes. Like, do you write a book? If I'm asking to someone, so he will reply, yes, I write a book. Then similarly, right, if asking to someone, group of people, do you write a book? Yes, we write a book. So with here, answer to simple question, it starts with yes or no. If it is no, then we say, no, I don't write a book like this. All right, I don't write a book. If the answer to the question is yes, then it will be affirmative. If the answer to the question is negative, then it is negative. No, I don't write a book. Right? So let's say somebody asks you, do you write a book? If you write, then you say, yes, I write a book. And if the answer is no, then if you don't write, then you will say, no, I don't write a book. You see here, question answers are also available. But we need to understand the syntax, how it works in different sentences, what we would like to express. We would like to express our answers or simple sentence or positive sentence, then this should be the it should be affirmative sentence. If it is negative sentence. If we want to ask simple question, then this should be the syntax. If it is a double WH question, then it should be asked like this. Okay, so this completes present indefinite. So as you can see here, we have just discussed only present indefinite, Then we will discuss present continuous, present perfect, present perfect continuous. As we have seen indefinite, it's in present indefinite, we have affirmative, negative, simple question, WH question. This is what we discussed. So in our next session, we will start present continuous. In present continuous, again, we have affirmative, negative, simple question, and WH question. If we have good understanding of affirmative, negative, simple question, and WH question in simple, so present indefinite, like here what we discussed, then continue and rest of the things becomes easy. Okay, so what I will do, I will share this Word file where these examples are written, so you can refer and you will get some more clarity. Okay, so any other question before we conclude today's session? Because slowly I will, initially I will go slow. So I hope you people are getting the concept, you are understanding what are the syntax or the rules which we need to follow while making different types of sentences. Okay, so tomorrow here what we completed is types of sentences. Negative we completed. Then we have simple question. Then WH question we just discussed, right? And then we have tomorrow is present continuous. Present continuous. We will be discussing. Yeah. Yes. Any question before we conclude? Okay, so let's conclude here. See you in the next session. Book is already shared with you. You can take printout or you can refer the soft copy. Recordings I am sharing every day. Yes, there is a technical issue with the session number 4 recordings. I will correct and reshare. So today's session you will receive in next 30 minutes along with this Word file where we are practicing. So every day you will receive this Word file. Okay. Whenever we are practicing. Okay. So then see you in the next session. Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. Keep watching our videos to improve your English fluency and practice for better understanding.